Regresamos con un nuevo Let's Play para Average Games Done Poorly. Esta vez decidí jugar algún juego de acción, que pues hace tiempo que no jugamos algo de acción en el canal. Así que cogí Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Hace poquito lo estaban regalando y pues dije pues ¿por qué no? Lo tenía ahí instalado, así que aquí tenemos un Let's Play. Jugar en normal. Bueno, que quede claro, yo sé muy poquito de el viejo oeste, así que no voy a saber, no voy a poder hacer mucho comentario histórico porque pues va a ser difícil porque yo no sé.
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Ah, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawman who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell. It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies.
Mucho de esta gente.
But before I tell
Me
you
acuerdo que
why
creo que
I
él
want
salió en un
that
capítulo
son
de
bitch
Las Criaturas de Billy
dead, let
Mandy.
me tell you what happened that day.
La verdad no recuerdo.
I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, haha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
Así el juego me regaló experiencia pues porque yo ya lo había pasado en mi tiempo libre. Y aprovechemos y gastémosla. Y pues como es viejo oeste, obviamente hay que ir por revólver. Sí, más munición porque estoy jugando con control. Yo no espero tener buena puntería.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
What the hell? Shoot that sumbitch!
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh, yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast.
Fire it well! They're coming
Garrett
from
and
the
his
rear!
army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead. I decided to help Billy and the boys out again.
Behind us! Stay on it!
So that's just what I did.
Where'd he come from?
Sí, yo soy un asco con control.
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County. men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut
These some bitches.
off. Still, one of them reached the water tower.
Epa.
Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there.
Hay un poquito de aim assist.
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed.
I've got this.
A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
Do this.
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back
¿Dónde?
door! We'll cover you!
Try aiming, you idiots.
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house.
Flank. Where'd he come from?
Cut their numbers in half. But that just made the ones that were left twice as mad. They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo.
El comentario sobre la munición.
It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house. And like that, I was inside, none the worse for wear.
No he visto no vi que tanta munición
And
tenía.
upstairs, I found Billy and Charlie
Dead in a
Bolger.
rat in a trap. You think you can kill?
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm. I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming.
I think I got one. Where the hell did I get to? He's missing all the action. Shoot that bastard.
That's when Charlie got hit. "They're catching us in a crossfire," shouted Billy. "Get to the other side." Suckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear,
Ooh.
even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. They got a Gatling, Billy shouted. "Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention."
Una Gatling.
He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then.
Wanna make a run for it? Those poor sons of bitches are
Many
done
would have
for.
fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack is just joshing with you.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr.
A ver,
Graves,
¿qué hay acá
please
arriba?
continue.
Please, call me Silas. Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
Eso fue auto-aim.
Making my way past a passel
Yo no
of
soy tan
fallen
bueno,
foes.
imposible.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired
And just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Right here! Finally, I had the stables within my reach.
Vamos, hora de irnos de aquí. Nos tienen muy mal.
And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
Pues era común en esa época que un sheriff era simplemente un pendejo más que le dieron una estrella.
Challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
Y como es viejo oeste, un duelo.
Man, that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that penny dreadful said?
Madre.
No, boy.
Eso sí que le acelera el corazón a uno.
I met Pat Garrett.
Esa primera visqueada así.
Let me start again. I finally reached those damn stairs.
Ay, eso no fue el hecho histórico, sino que nos va a decir quién pasó de verdad.
Stepped inside and
Oh.
Last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on. How did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
64%. Decente.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his colt.
Eso es algo interesante. Normalmente los hechos históricos tienden a ser exageraciones. Pues porque de verdad sería muy aburrido. Sería muy aburrido si la historia la cuentan tal cual. Necesitan dramatizarla un poquito más para hacerla interesante.
Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid. It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after.
881.
He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move.
Ay, Billy se liberó y nos sacó a nosotros.
Other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape too.
Oh, bien, Billy.
My first order of business was finding a firearm. Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
A boomstick.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy?
Hell yeah. That scattergun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. Hardly had to aim the damn. The kids escaped raised a huge ruckus. Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Can't let the kid get away.
Solo yo me visqué una escopeta. ¡Oh, mierda! Sí, caí en cuenta tarde.
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. And suddenly, I was a fugitive.
How the hell did the kid escape? Garrett's gonna kick our ass.
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever gonna find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there.
Ah, munición, perfecto. Las
I tried to
gallinas.
be stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
That's it. I've got this down somewhere.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and color. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
They're shooting in the street. I don't get paid enough for this. Hey, put your headstone.
There's children here.
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters.
Vaquero que no le gustan los caballos.
Beasts. We priced it too high, if you ask me.
Ah, hacia allá.
That town's going to hell in a handbasket.
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
Pues sí, la única razón por la que me liberó es para hacer la
So I could be a
distracción.
hapless decoy and draw
Exacto.
attention while he snuck out of town.
There he is.
I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
No, because they all thought I was Billy, and all that blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun.
Está bravo porque le robé la escopeta.
Anyway, it was me or them, and the only way forward led me straight to perdition. But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play them.
It's a wizard off the street. We can take him. Arm yourselves. Get away. We're gonna be losing when I get back.
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
guess Billy saved your ass,
Whew.
taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Well, sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob, I said.
Ah,
I
otro
think you
duelo.
better let me go. And he says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun. So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself. I killed him in a fair fight. Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well,
Uno puede sacar el arma antes de tiempo, pero no es honorable.
Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later, so his escape was all for naught anyway.
Ah, Billy se murió al ratico. No, lástima.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
No, ni idea.
I was hired to
No los
help them
conozco.
track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
So was the bastard
Revolver,
you were after now
rifle.
riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there!
I did my best to help those poor passengers.
¿Alguien más?
Can't out!
Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing.
Pues,
None.
claro que no había nadie
It was
vivo.
then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often do. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me,
Sí, él dijo,
Apache
lo
style. I
atacaron
was in a
como
pitched
apaches,
battle,
no que
but
fueran
I was holding
apaches.
my own against an overwhelming enemy force.
Pero tiene que prestar atención a las narraciones. Así es como una su historia.
See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to find my way past these other assholes first. Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo.
Oh,
Perfect
me quitaron mi
example of my
munición.
relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for,
Obvio.
as my vengeful fury was
Vámonos de
much
aquí.
less impressive without the bullets to back it up. Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Nos fuimos, nos fuimos. Retirada táctica.
I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this.
Nowhere to run.
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition.
Perfecto.
Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good. And he would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunter to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Que una de las Gatling clásicas.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, Clanton, I'm coming for you! A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me.
La cosa con los Gatlings es que
Not if I was to find and kill Ringo.
disparan tan rápido
I needed to get that old
que
man
eso,
off that
eso se
gun.
come la munición en 2 segundos.
I don't know how you lived it wrong. Where'd you get that? Don't let that some bitch get away with that. Die, you irritating bastard. Damn, I gotta reload.
Bueno,
Zombie.
¿dónde cayó?
What I ever do to you?
Perfecto.
Apparently one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
79%, estoy mejorando. Sí, voy a dejar este capítulo de Gunslinger hasta aquí. El próximo capítulo, pues vamos a continuar la historia a ver dónde terminamos. Así que nos vemos.